Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of Beyond the Ordinary Show. And we're blessed today uh, to have the angels coming in, but the angel known as Kourtney Levens as well. And Courtney's been on the show several times and such a dear friend and fellow Texan. I consider myself a surrogate Texan because I lived there so many years, and it's just going to be a wonderful show. We're going to get into some of the real life issues that are coming up for us and see what Kourtney and the angels have in guidance for us. Kourtney's also going to guide us through a special process. She shared with me a little bit of what comes up, and I'm really excited that everybody who's on the call, whether you're listening live or on the replay, is going to get the benefit from the energetics and the information that's going to come through. And then we're going to go to live Q&A. So if y'all want to ask you got me into the y'alls already. I love it. If you want to ask your personal question, raise your hand. Take this opportunity to ask this amazing seer, again known as Kourtney Levens, your personal question live tonight. You can type it into the chat box, but I'd love it if we could see you and talk to you live. And you choose though. And again, we'll go through as many questions as we can. And let me give you a little bit more information about Kourtney, because some of y'all are new to the show. And this is the official bio. So Kourtney is an angel communicator, spirit advisor. Oh my God, her readings are amazing. I've had several. My daughter's had readings overall. So she's a psychic medium and a popular guest and teacher. She's the founder and instructor of the Spirit Whisperer Certification Program. I love that name. To her clients and students, Kourtney is an angel. I called you an angel. I didn't even read that before. She's an angel and nothing short of amazing. Kourtney has the profound ability to talk of your guardian angels, spirit guides, and loved ones in earth. Kourtney, welcome. It's so good to have you back.
Thank you. I love this. I've been looking forward to this for like weeks and weeks, and I don't know, I'm just total spaz, but I get all excited over this. I love seeing everybody on it. So thank you for having me.
Oh, it's so wonderful to have you. I just want to dive right in with you because there's so much to cover. And you have so much, and again, your energy is just so infectious. It's just, I want to play. But let's get into these everyday challenges and like these considerations that are coming up for so many of us. And you're really talking about taking freedom from anxiety, fear, and from real life triggers. So what are you noticing in the air and the energy and the clients that you're working with and the anxieties and the fears that are being triggered, and how are you guiding them into a different awareness than what that initial stimulation is?
Holy cow, John. Okay, so many of us have found, like, especially in the past 3, 4, 6 weeks, we felt that maybe our boundaries were being pushed. We needed to find our voice. We needed to really feel ourselves being heard and speaking our truth. And so some of us were able to say, okay, I'm taking back my power. I'm taking my stance and I'm doing this. And right before they get the courage and are ready to do it, this huge blanket of oppression comes over them. And a lot of times that's when I've been getting the phone calls. Hey, what do I do? How do you help? I'm freaking out, scared to death now. And one of the biggest things that the angels have been able to do is guide me through the energy to be able to see, okay, is this like a past life contract or another lifetime obligation or vow? Can we break it? Can we clear it? But so many of them have just been paralyzed by fear. Going through a divorce, what am I going to do on my own? Can I make it? Oh, I need to cling. And oh, I'm really getting stressed out with this job. And, do I stay? Do I go? Everything is so uncertain. And it's amazing what a little stress and worry does to us. Not a little, it can get overwhelming. I mean, this, but I have seen so many clients just literally trapped in their own fear. But what I love is the angels being able to give us, the angels, masters, guides, infinite counsel. I mean, they're all there helping us and giving us almost step-by-step process, plan, procedure to break through and to take back our power and to feel empowered and encouraged and move forward. So it's really been been exciting to see.
It is exciting. The last couple of weeks have been really high intensity as far as those energies. The Scorpio energy that came in, and again, we don't have to get into astrology or what's happening in any of that, or the solar flares or whatever, but there's been such an agitation that's really having people reveal what's deeply seated within them, so that the truth can really come forward. And so we don't have to see anybody as good or bad. We can just see as the truth coming up for clarification.
Yeah. And with that truth, sometimes it's hurt. Sometimes it's resentment. Sometimes it's, demons in our closet that we've been pushing down and fighting against for ever and ever and ever. And to be able to say, okay, this is me. This is my life. What do I do? My gosh, just by being able to say, okay, I'm aware. Let's deal with this. I mean, that's half the battle.
Yeah, that is half the battle. But again, you mentioned, when real life issues keep you up at night, the anxiety, what are the angels saying, or what's your guidance around like really being with the anxiety and not have it run you, that you feel like you can't function, that you're like somewhere else all the time?
Oh my gosh, I was the worst. I mean, totally. Okay, I'm telling on myself here, but I have, I have two little ones still at home, a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old, and I was spiraling out of control. And I was like, not being able to sleep for more than 2 hours at a time, tossing, turning. And if you said, Kourtney, what are you worried about? It was like, I'm not worried. Why can't you sleep? I don't know. And it was, this manic obsessive energy. And then it was just exhausted. And finally going, okay, stop the world, stop the insanity kind of thing, and going, hold on. I need to get out of my own way. And by being able to stop and recognize and go, okay, I need some help outside of myself, outside of, prescriptions and Tylenol PM and everything else like that. Well, what's going on? And when I was able to almost detach it and see it the way the angel showed it to me, I went, oh, holy cow. Okay. Yes. And by being able to get around that, and sometimes like if I have a headache, it's hard to get over the pain to try to work on myself. And so many of your audience they're healers. They know that experience. When the anxiety and the stress starts to consume you as a human being, it's very, very difficult to think, let me call on my heavenly helpers here.
Yeah.
We can't get out of our own way. So it's really nice to be able to say, hold on, I'm not feeling quite like myself, or maybe the stress and anxiety is a little bit too much. Let's talk to somebody who can see things a little bit clearer than I can and help me out. And that's really where the angels have been so instrumental in helping people.
And when you're saying talk to someone else, it's connecting to your angel guides, connecting to your spirit guides.
Yes. All those little helpers who are always around us and talking to us and opening doors for us and guiding us, and of course we have free will. So we decide if we walk through those open doors. But when you are under that kind of stress and anxiety and worry and going down that rabbit hole, you can't see anything. You're like, somebody's talking to me. There's a sign. No, and it's very difficult to see when you're plagued with that kind of,
It really is. I lost my train of thought. I was going to get into something. What's also happening with the anxiety and it's running through is that, I remember I was going to ask. You speak so easily about the communication with angels, and there's a lot of people on the call that will say, well, I'm not connected in that way, and I don't have access, and I don't do this. Are you finding that more and more people in your community, or even those that said that they never had the capacity or have a greater capacity than, I can't say greater, are opening their capacity to?
Yes. And the really cool thing is, and like you were saying, I don't know much about astrology, so I won't even pretend like I know anything about it, but I feel like that veil between us at the other side is thinner, or maybe the spiritual evolution is gaining and people's spiritual involvement is strengthening and growing and elevating. And so they are that much closer to their guides, to their angels, and being able to communicate and receive this information, that maybe they even start noticing things. And there's definitely not just a greater interest in it, but people are finding that their abilities, they thought, oh no, I have none. And they're like, holy cow, I just saw that. Or I take them through meditation and they go, oh yeah, I felt that too. And that is the coolest thing ever, for them to recognize and to realize their innate natural gifts and abilities.
Yeah, that's so amazing. And again, I love the way that you teach it and lead it. And we'll get into the special offer later, because it includes an opportunity of connecting with your guides and really learning how to hold that really strongly. And there's also a 30-minute reading with Kourtney. So those of y'all who know that you want a reading with Kourtney without having to get an explanation of everything else that's she's offering, which will be a bonus plus a bonus plus a bonus. The special, April, go ahead and type in the link in the chat box so people can go ahead and access it now, but we'll get into detail a little bit later. With this communication, it's, again, I want to take a step backwards and again, look at the challenges. And I love the bullet points that you sent over to us. And I want to read these out loud because they're so relevant. And I want you guys to see if you can really relate to some or all of these. And I want to get into one specific, well, I want to get into all of them. But there's one that's really calling out to me, especially for this community. So the struggles and the anxieties, like when real life issues keep you up at night, trying to tame the monkey mind, when you don't get the vaccine and now you're out of a job, when your marriage of 20 years or however many years dissolves, or when you give and give to your family, or when you keep trying to do the right thing and it keeps backfiring. It's like, are you guys in any of those situations? Has it been like this hamster wheel? And it seems like you're evolving, but the situation isn't evolving. And even the disparity is feeling like a bigger chasm than it was before, because you know with absolute certainty that it's supposed to be different. And so it creates, again, even more anxiety because of the awareness and the light that we're bringing in. The one that really got me on this one, and I think I've gone through all these minus the job thing. But trying to do the right thing and it backfiring, like being so well intended and knowing what your intentions are, and either being projected on or something going wrong, or not, or just turning a completely different way than you thought that it was being navigated. What is going on with that?
This has been one of the biggest like aha moments when Angels and I've been working through this. So much of this is about almost like detoxing. Okay, stay with me. So we're going through, and it's like we have all these karmic lessons or life lessons, and it's like, I know this lesson, and I'm doing it right, and I'm doing it right, and why am I getting slapped in the face on this? Know that, keep doing it right over and over again, no matter what. Keep doing it right, because what's happening is, think of it like a detox process. You quit sugar, right? And you might have a bad headache, even though, day 1, day 2, gosh, the headache is still there. Day 3, you're going, oh my gosh, I know I'm supposed to detox from sugar, but I still have this headache. And then boom, all of a sudden, everything feels wonderful and you're great. And that's what's going on with this. And that was because I was like, man, I'm just, I'm going to go stay in my bubble, and I'm not going to do anything anymore, because it was just like, oh my gosh, I just kept getting slapped in the face. So after it was all kind of said and done, and being able to see it and meditate on it, work with the angels on it, it's somewhat of a detox process from life lessons, karmic lessons, but also you've got a couple of things happening at the same time. You're going through a process, and the other people are going through a process. And when those kind of come together, it can be combustible.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah. And again, I think what we're learning also again, those who follow these types of shows and you've been listening to Beyond the Ordinary or follow Kourtney, you know that there's something else at play rather than the victimization. It's like, oh, hold on a second, there's something here. And so just the awareness of that is so powerful. It's like, okay, this is playing out, but there doesn't have to be a good guy and a bad guy. There doesn't have to be this polarity of having to make someone absolutely wrong so that you can defend your beliefs or what you know is true. And I think that's playing a big component in helping to ease some of the anxiety, because I'm finding that when I hold judgment for a little bit, it affects me a heck of a lot more than it affects the other person. I'm holding it, and that resistance feels just horrible.
And that's one of the biggest things, being able to see it, and y'all, to not have judgment on yourself or the other person. I mean, come on, let's just share. You got to be kind of a grown up on that.
Yeah.
But to be able to just kind of see it for what it is, I mean, kudos to you when you're able to do that, really.
Yeah, we can have standards. We can have really the way that we prefer for things to go and how we're willing to show up in relationships to someone else or something else. But we don't have to get into the wave of creating a negative energy thought form that's only going to keep replicating itself over and over in the field.
Yeah, we don't have to get entangled in that.
Yeah. God, this is so good, Kourtney. Well, I think we're at a good time on. We've got people that joined a little bit late. I would love if you could share a little bit about the process that you're going to bring on and lead us into it.
Okay, so right now we've got, people are stressed, anxious. Maybe you're at a crossroads in life. Maybe you haven't seen your family in 20 months. I just heard on the radio people saying, yeah, I haven't seen my family in 20 months. I'd lose my mind. But maybe you've got all these different emotions going on, and you know that maybe you're a little out of sync or imbalanced, but not quite sure where or how or what you need, right? So this process, I'm going to take you through just a quick little meditation where we're going to get centered, relaxed, close our eyes, but we're going to have the angels come in and shine their lights on you. And this is kind of fun. So take a deep breath, sit back, relax, get comfortable. Close your eyes. Know that you are completely safe. Okay. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your shoulders down, relax your stomach. Just kind of rest into that. Feel the weight of your body on the chair. And with your eyes closed in your mind's eye, start to notice your angels around you. You may see pinpricks of light. You may sense, see, feel, hear them. But your angels are around you and they love you. And you are totally safe, because these beings are only from the highest divine light and love. And they're here for you, for your health, for your care, to support you and encourage you. And you notice they have little flashlights, little magic wands. They wave over your body. And as these beams of light flash over you, you start to notice 1, 2, maybe 3 different colors. See the color or colors over your body, or see it in your mind's eye. Whatever you see is perfectly fine. Thank your angels for being with you. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, come back into the room, into your body. When you are ready, you may open your eyes, but bring forth the one color, kind of the dominant color you remember. If it's more than one, it's okay. You can think of those colors. And I have a list of some colors here. And what the angels told me these colors represent. So when you were in this meditation and you saw the different colors, what the angels are shining their light on, and the lights that they're shining on you, are parts of you that may be imbalanced or needed. Okay, so if you've got your colors, I'm going to go through these and share them with you. Okay.
I love this.
So white, whoever saw white, if that was your dominant color or one of your many colors, know that this is really about you needing to connect with your angels, your angelic team. It can be your loved ones in spirit. It can be your angels here on the earthly plane and also in spirit. But know that this is about connecting with them and accepting that love from them. Purple. If you have purple, it's about praying. Now, it's not just go and pray. This is about you going outside, being in nature, being by yourself, spending time alone, and healing. And know that when we're in nature, it helps us ground easily. So just release any of your worries into Mother Earth and know that it's not going to hurt Mother Gaia, okay? But this is about you communicating and knowing that you need to heal. And it doesn't mean you have to keep giving of yourself to others. Violet, or even like an amethyst color. What really the message on this one is, you need to be heard. You need to be heard, just like John was saying, without judgment, without criticism, without guilt, or without shame. So know that this is your angel saying you need to be heard. So call up your bestie and say, I just need to vent and I need you to listen. Okay. Dark blue. Probably all of y'all will know this one. This is about trusting your intuition. That voice inside, listen to it. That gut instinct, go with it. Light blue. You may have even coughed. This is about creating. It's time to go dance to the music, go see a play, paint something. This means that your creativity is not being expressed enough. Kind of a turquoise color means you've got too much on your plate. You need to delegate. You need to ask people for help. You need to accept their help. Also, if you are around people who have aggressive tendencies, this also means that you need to call on your angels to help intervene between their energy and yours. Okay. Emerald green. Boy, y'all may have been seeing this a lot. This is about purification and detoxification of your body, mentally, emotionally, physically, but also you need to rest. Green is that healing color. Light green. Be honest with yourself. Again, no judgment, no guilt. But you got to take a long, hard look in the mirror, take a walk around yourself, and be really honest with what you need and what you're willing to do for that. Yellow. I love this when this came through. This almost made me giggle. They said, remember, it's not your fault, but whether it's work or school, it is your responsibility. There is a situation and you need to take care of it. So any of you procrastinators out there, you may have seen that yellow. Orange. And this one totally coincides with that sacral chakra right there, hip bone to hip bone, lower back and everything. This is about your home, taking care of your environment, your space, and making your home a safe space. We shouldn't ever feel like we're walking on eggshells when we go to our home, right? Your home should be your safe haven. So whatever it is that needs to happen, make that happen. And call on your angels to help you with it. Pink. Oh, John, this is what I was telling you about today. So pink, if any of y'all saw pink, think about pink rose quartz. You need love, you need hugs, you need just affection. And that human touch is huge right now. My client today, when I did this exercise with her, I said, pink, you know, she said, I saw pink. And I said, yeah, you need love, you need affection and appreciation and attention. And I said, and look, you're wearing all pink. And she went, like, pink's not even my color, but she was totally dressed head to toe in pink. It was really cute. She needed that love. red. I saw somebody had posted, they had a red fuchsia they were looking at. This is about releasing the worries, releasing the anger, releasing the resentment, letting it go. And one of the biggest ways you can do that, forgiveness. Yeah. So those are your colors, and you may have had more than one color, and that's fine. That was just really, really fun to do, and I hope y'all got some insight out of that.
That's really resonant. Yeah, I love that. That is so cool. Kourtney, I want to start taking live callers.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We're getting live callers. We'll go through a special offer. We'll take more live callers. We'll go questions. It'll be amazing. So let me start with a question that came in the chat. Then I'll start promoting some people to panelists that have their hands raised. So Karen S writes, I'm 61. I'm struggling, trying my best in a 25-year marriage that has a history of betrayal. 7-year job that I'm never good enough as much as I try to market. So feeling sick and exhausted.
How does Karen spell her name?
Karyn and last name S.
Okay. Karen, I can't tell where you are geographically. If you have that, it just helps me pinpoint the energy faster, but not a big deal. You are such a natural leader, and you are completely taking your fences, your boundaries, and letting them be trampled and walked all over. What's interesting is if you had a niece or a daughter or a granddaughter or a best friend who was going through the same thing you're going through, you would tell them, absolutely, do not allow that. Do not put up with that. You deserve more. You deserve the very best life has to offer. And you need to listen to that and do it for yourself, because you are worth it. You deserve it. And it's about having that honesty and getting really honest with yourself and saying, not so much what's in it for you, but what is the outcome you want? And this is, John, this is different, because a lot of people go, oh, I don't want to feel selfish or self-righteous, or saying, well, I want this. It's not about me so much as it is, what's the end result? What's the goal here? What's the outcome? So Karen, I hope this helps you. And of course, call on Archangel Michael. He's the one you see with the sword. He watches over our personal safety as well as our financial security, but ask him to give you the strength. And remember, when you call on the angels, don't let that interfere with any religious beliefs, okay? Because your angels are an extension of Source, Creator, Spirit, God, okay? So you're welcome, honey.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much for answering that. And Kourtney, I know you brought up a very important topic about really, we have to consider ourselves. We have to be primary. We have to be, not that someone else can't be a priority along with us, but we can't keep taking a backseat or making excuses. Oh, but this will happen to them and this other thing. But no, I feel bad. And the same thing just keeps repeating because of the over caretaking or the projecting scenarios from someone else that we don't want to be responsible for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and come on, you're just going to beat yourself down, and then you feel guilty and resentful and everything for allowing yourself to be a doormat. And there's no, sovereignty in that. There's no being true to your authentic self in that. So
there's no truth in that.
Right.
And it's 2022, y'all. If it's not the year of truth, I don't know what is. But it's just, it's the clarity. It's everything that's coming in, and from there is where we set ourselves free. The truth will set us free. So wonderful. Okay, let's go to the live caller now. Kate D, let's start with you. Welcome to the call. Kate, you're smiling like you knew I was going to call on you. I love it.
I didn't, but I'm excited. Hi, Kourtney.
How are you, honey?
I'm good. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew I had to make the call to be here. So many questions. Kourtney knows a little bit about me. So how about career? See what the angels have to say about career.
Tell me again how old you are and where you are geographically, Kate.
Yes. I'm now 53 as of last week, and yay.
Happy birthday,
And Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
You know, Kate has this energy that y'all can all like feel and almost tap into, right? She is a person whose heart is giving and giving and giving. I mean, immediately it goes to animals, it goes to others, it goes to healing. It's just she's a giver. Kate, when I go into like job, career, how to monetize this, I love it because your angels are coming through and they're saying, there are several that you've been thinking of. Michael is saying there are 3 that you've been thinking of. One of them is really a passion and you haven't figured out if it's going to even bring in money, but you love it so much, that's really what you want to do. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2 or number 3 really looks like, okay, wait, number 3 goes back to something you used to do. I can't tell, they're not showing me what it is, but it's like, that's going to pay the bills. We know it's going to pay bills really well. You can pay some of my bills too, but oh, that does nothing for my heart and does nothing for this joy and happiness. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, no, number 2 just got thrown out the window. So going between 1 and 3, nope, 3 is going bye-bye. So number 1, where your heart's desire is, that is full of passion, joy, bloom, everything. When you start putting your energy into it, they've already told you this. They're saying you already know this. Okay, so tell me if that's true. They're saying once you do it, it's going to catch on and it will be monetized very, very quickly. Have they already told you this?
Well, I mean, it's the intuitive stuff. So, I mean, I'm getting confirmation on that. They haven't told me the money would come quickly though. So that's nice.
It's, you know, and Kate, I mean, you're amazing. You've got such natural abilities, such a natural talent. And by just channeling that energy a little bit more focused, boom, you're ready to take it to the next level.
Nice.
Nice. How's that feel for you?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Good confirmation.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you.
thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Yay.
All right, we have a question coming from Zoe. She says, I'd love to ask my angels why I still haven't written or made space for my book. Is there something I'm not seeing?
Zoe, how old are you, baby?
Zoe is 40.
Do you know, I'm getting that she's like 39. And Zoe, how like I'm in Texas, so I'm down here. I go straight up with you. Where are you geographically?
She's in Costa Rica.
Oh, that's not where I was going. Okay, so let's go into this. Oh, why there's some fear on this. Okay, for whatever reason, let me go into this. So it goes back to putting other people ahead of yourself. And saying, well, I have this and this and this to do. So you've got a double-edged sword here. One, it gives you an excuse. I don't feel like you're afraid to fail. You're subconsciously afraid to fail, but I'm not seeing that in you. They're just telling me that. They're saying you thrive on a schedule. So if you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to give myself 2 hours, 4 nights a week, and I'm going to sit down and start typing, no matter what comes, I'm just going to write it out. That's going to get you in the habit. But no, that keeps saying, I can't right now, I've got to go do laundry, or I can't right now, I've got to go tweeze my eyebrows, or, you know, all those little things that we come up with. Those are really just kind of excuses that your subconscious is creating because there's a fear. And in this case, they're saying fear of failure. But girl, you got this. You totally got this.
Amazing. All right, great reading. Okay, let's go to our next live caller. How about we go to Jalissa? Welcome. Jalissa, let's get you to unmute, please.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Melissa.
If I pronounce it wrong, I apologize.
No, I probably heard it wrong. So thank you. So I actually had a recent conversation with Kourtney, so kind of follow up on an item I didn't get to. I've been feeling that there may be a move coming up, and so just wondering about that. And if so, is there a place that would be good for me in my next phase?
Julie, so tell me how old you are now
47,
and where are you currently?
Washington State.
Okay. So you have free will, right? Which means you can move tomorrow. As the energy sits, you've got clarity coming up on this in December, and anywhere from January to March, you make some final headway or some plans with this. But when I go into this a little bit more, I don't feel like the move actually happens next year. It's going to depend on what transpires December, they're saying. Oh, you've got romance on the horizon. That's okay. So that's what's going to be keeping you deciding on what you're going to do. So as the energy sits with that, let's say we got romance coming in, we decide to stay, and then we say, no, I'm still feeling this urge to move, and I want to move, and I want to go. I feel like it could be within the next 12 to 18 months that you move. And what's crazy is I feel like you're going to a coast. Can't tell that you're really liking it over here on the West Coast. It may be straight over here to the far East Coast. Is that West Virginia? Sorry, my geography, I hate it. I wish I'd paid better attention in class. But I feel like it's right over there. West Virginia, let's say Tennessee, north of the Carolinas, in that area. How does that resonate?
Southern, not northern?
Is it? No, it's a, I'm going to say more northern.
Okay. Well, because I lived in Boston for many years, and I still, even though I live in Washington, I still work from Boston, and that's why I'm asking if it's northern.
Oh, okay. They said Virginia's on the coast. Okay, that was close. Sorry. So whatever's on, you've got to have water though.
Yes.
Tell me this: Boston to Virginia.
Much
3 hours. 150 miles.
No, probably more like 6 hours.
Okay. You could still drive home in a day if family is there and you wanted to go visit, but I feel like you want some independence and a little bit of space from that. They could come visit, but not as often as they might want to, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but water is really important to you. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a coastal. I stick to the 2 coasts.
Smart. It's good for you. It works for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully I brought you more clarification, Julissa. Thank you for calling. Okay, let's go to our next caller. How about we go to Stacy? Stacy Victory, welcome.
Thank you. Hello. Hi. I had a couple. I'm trying to pick the one. I guess as far as my relationship, we're kind of at a crossroads. Been married for a while, and just wanted to see if my angels had any guidance for me as far as my marriage is concerned.
How old are you?
Just turned 40 last week.
They're saying that 31 was a pivotal age for you. Is that true?
Um,
And it doesn't, Stacey, really, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, so that's probably unfair.
yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank
Tell
you.
me the first name of your spouse or partner.
Willie,
And how old is he?
38.
Stacey, would it make sense if I'm hearing that he says, almost like, I gotta be me, I gotta be free?
Oh, he says?
Is that something he's articulated to you?
He has before, yeah. Not recently, but yeah, before.
And you already have a son, is that true?
Yep.
And how old is he?
He just turned 4.
I was about to say 3. Okay. So ask your angels for a sign on this. They're saying you feel like you haven't quite done everything you can do to make it work and to keep it together. You're not a quitter. You don't give up. And so you don't want to feel like you are giving up or quitting. And you also have a guilt conscience or complex about your son saying, Mom, why didn't you do everything you possibly could to stay together with Dad? So ask your angels to give you a sign to show you the truth of the situation, to bring forth the lessons and the love. Ask them to come to you in a dream, or even in that dream wake state where you kind of suspend your reality, but just show you unequivocally. I will tell you this, and this is not to guilt you, okay? But you are such a pillar of light and such a show of force and strength, not force as in get my way, but you are such a show of strength for your son and for Willie, that you have kept Willie on the right path for the most part. You're kind of the only reason. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and Stacey, when I'm saying that, when they're showing me this isn't to guilt you and to say, oh, well, you better stay with him or he's going to go off the deep end. It's not like that. Angels don't play with guilt or anything like that. But I can definitely see in the energy why you have felt such a conviction and obligation to stay. And they're saying they're giving me the number 1 on this. When they give me numbers, it's usually a timeline. So a day, a month, a week, a year. As the energy sits, I feel like it's a full year. You are going to have so much clarity on this. So until you really know in your heart of hearts and what's in alignment with you, the outcome you want and your higher self, don't rush into anything. Take your time. But within 1 year, you will have the decision you need to make. Does that help?
Thank you.
Yeah, feel into it, Stacey, and then come back and listen to the replays. A lot of information here. And thanks for calling in.
Yeah. And you're a great mom.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Amazing. All right, let's go to our next live caller. Lynn, welcome from the kitchen table.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi there. So I have a question, and it's really about connecting with my angels. I've been feeling stuck for the last year, just like I cannot, almost like imprisoned, like I cannot get out of this space. So it's been one unfulfilling job after another. I just left one job because I refused the vaccine, but it's just this loop that I cannot get out of.
Okay.
And I'm not hearing guidance or next step or go here or do this. It's just like this frustrating loop.
You are such a healer, and you may have been told that your whole life, or you may go, yeah, I'm a nurse, or, yeah, I'm a pharmacist, but you are such a healer. And one of the biggest things they're saying for you is you've got to get outside in nature. You've got to get grounded. You've got the weight of the world on you and the walls are closing in. Does that feel accurate? Does it feel like the walls are closing in on you?
Yeah, it's yes. Yeah.
Now, Lynn, I apologize. I didn't even ask how old you are or where you are, so I can really pinpoint your energy.
54, and I'm in Maryland.
Love Maryland. Okay. So let's look into this. You are, so right now you're kind of in a wheel, in a cycle, and kind of closing the chapter on part of your life. So this is almost a reflective time where you are bringing forth the lessons and the love that you have experienced, and also putting yourself and saying, okay, my turn. Let me take back control and write the script of my life. Where do I want to go? what do I want to be? What do I want to do? You have such great fairy energy around you. You are wonderful with kids, with nature, with animals. They adopt you. You don't adopt them. Is that true?
Probably, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I would say.
And yeah, and even though they were saying you're a healer, you're also a natural teacher. And that doesn't mean you have to go teach 8th grade science class, but know that that's part of your natural gifts and abilities. You are just a natural mentor and people love you. Let me ask you this. Michael says you have two paths you're considering. What are those two?
One is related to the teaching. I'm actually a change management practitioner. So I'm thinking about moving toward health and wellness and using that to help people make positive and healthy lifestyle changes. So, and the other thing I love to do is to grow food. So it's really farming and that type of, so those are kind of the options.
I feel like you're going to be combining these.
Yeah.
And you're going to be doing like, not just a health and wellness coach, but kind of life coaching and nutrition, combining these. You will be amazing. You will be awesome. It looks like you're going to have a niche market, and it looks like you're catering to oh, pardon the pun, catering. But it looks like you've got a group of ladies that you really are interested in helping. Let me tell you, the word gets out, and you've got men, women, children, everybody else going, no, what about me? What about me? So you may have to franchise yourself out or teach your skills to other people as your business grows.
Wow. Thank you.
Exciting, Lynn.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So much.
And keep shining. So good. Oh my God, what a bright light. Kourtney, I want to take more live callers, and we have to get into a special offer because I know that you've opened up a lot of slots on your calendar for our show, for the readings and for what's being shared here. So all of y'all, there's an opportunity to have a session with Kourtney, but there's other just valuable information and downloads and transmissions and information that's shared with you also in the special offer. So April, if you would type in the link for the special offer in the chat box. Is it there already? It is. All right. So when you guys click on the chat box, you'll see the blue, and at least on my screen, it's blue link. Click on that, it'll take you to the special offer page, or go to your web browser and type beyondtheordinaryshow.com/Kourtney with a K 26. And it'll take you to that same page. And Kourtney, guide us through today's special offer.
The thingy deals. Okay. So I told you I was the one who was, spiraling out of control, anxiety, couldn't sleep. So what I did when I called on the angels is I got a meditation from Michael, Archangel Michael, to help me be able to sleep. So I've got that in the offer. Another one from Archangel Raphael. You get to be a part of my my soul family group, where we get to play and interact a couple times a month, and every week I put out a video and we chit chat back and forth. But the big thing, this is the one that I'm really, really kind of excited about, or as my 4-year-old says, excited about, the Claire's bundle. So probably the biggest thing that my clients ask me is, how do I open up? What are my gifts? What are my talents? How do I communicate with my angels more? I can't hear them. I can't see them. How do I do this more? So finally just got with the angels and said, okay, let's put if you want to call it like a mini workshop or a little school together. So I have recorded some videos and teaching you how to do this with proven methods and techniques to really open you up. Open up your third eye. I even go into some of the blocks that we may have about opening our third eye, or the claircognizance and tapping into that knowingness, the sensing, the feeling, and even be able to say, is this me? Is this not me? But so many people will say, oh, I just said, raise my kundalini, and I'm going, I don't even know what that is, and where's my third eye again? And so I really pinpointed about where your third eye is, and even touching it and opening it, and little things you can do for that, but also some hands-on practical applications and exercises that you can do without me to strengthen that ability, so that if you are hearing things, if you are seeing things, sensing things, feeling things, knowing things. And have y'all ever been in a conversation with somebody and you were ready to finish their sentence? That's your clear cognizance. And you can get to where you can do it on demand and on command, where you go, ooh, I want to know, is this route the way to work, or is it going to be, bumper to bumper traffic? So that's the really cool thing. I put that whole bundle together. It was a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed putting all those little videos and little workshop together for you. So I really like that. That's the one I'm really excited about.
I can tell you jump straight to it. So there's 2 special offers that y'all can choose from. And again, the first offer starts with a 30-minute private session. So you get a one-on-one. So what you're witnessing to on the call in these 2 to 3 minute readings, you're going to get 30 minutes of Kourtney. And you saw how much she covered in just like 3 minutes. So you're really going to be able to go in depth. And have you noticed themes in the readings recently, Kourtney?
Next steps, where like soul purpose, soul path.
I'm seeing a lot of people, and me included, it's like, where am I moving to next? I'm moving and I'm going somewhere and I don't know exactly where that is.
Yeah, the moving forward. Yeah.
So again, you guys have your 30-minute session with Kourtney, and in the first package, you get the Michael introduction and night introduction. What's the night introduction?
Oh, that's the meditation you can listen to as you're going to sleep. And if you fall asleep during it, it still works. And like I used to listen to meditations and like put them on repeat. And when my husband and I got married, I said, okay, now there's something weird that I kind of do. And I hope it doesn't freak you out, but I have to listen to this every night going to bed. Thank goodness he just said, okay, but listen to it every night. It is so, oh my gosh, you'll have the best sleep ever. It's great.
Amazing. And so in the first package, you get that. You also have the Raphael introduction to meditation. And that's about healing. That's about healing our mind and body.
Yes. I was working with a lady, and when I was doing the scan on her, found out that her body was, I think she had fibromyalgia, I believe is what it's been diagnosed with. And her body was just screaming for help. And so by doing this meditation, one of the things the angel said is, so many times we have other lifetime emotions and traumas trapped in our bodies now physically. So it comes out as pain. Pain is the body's last cry for help. And I was like, well, do I have to get to the root cause? How do we fix this? And that's all I wanted to know is, how do we fix this? And in this meditation, it tells you how to go back and change that lifetime, so that you aren't beheaded, or you didn't have your legs cut off and have that pain. So I really like this meditation for being able to, well, let's just change that.
That's wonderful. That's so good. And then we have bringing forth the light and love, which is still part of the first package.
Yes.
And I love what it says there, raising your consciousness as high as you can go, and receiving that divine light within. So that's an MP3. And then there's a guide to your angels PDF. What's on that?
John, there are so many angels and archangels that I was like, I need a spreadsheet to remember all of them. So I just did it. I put it in writing. You have a chart, and it has, their names here, what their names mean, their specialties, colors associated with them, and just a little cheat sheet for you, so that you know who to call on when you need stuff for money or relationships or selling a house, things like that. So I have it all put out there for you.
Oh, that's awesome. And then, of course, there's the 1-month membership in Kourtney's Soul Family Group. And so on that's amazing you added this on there as well, because it's a 1-month membership. There's a monthly call with free mini readings, kind of like this in an angel forecast. One monthly class for half price, 1 month access to reduced rate readings, free recorded classes and meditations that you have access to, weekly videos from Kourtney with tips and intuition tips, how to meet your angels, and the community, of course, with Kourtney. So that's in there as well. So that's package A. That's full. Again, that includes a 30-minute reading for $147. Amazing. And then package B, you had that Claire's bundle that Kourtney is so excited about that she's saying. And again, to add to the description, it's a series of 10 audios and videos from Kourtney really guiding you through the Claire's and how to really be in communication and in touch with your angels. So that's package. It's everything that you get in package A, plus the Claire's bundle. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. And you get the bonus of an angel journal. And in that I'm reading on here, that helps you just track your progress and really prompts you to probably stick. I call being in intimacy with being consistent in building a relationship. And when we do that, it really amplifies our awareness and our ability to feel, hear, see, or however it is that our dominance or different ways that we do becomes more of a natural thing that happens instead of something that we're reaching for. So this is wonderful.
And you take a little test in the Claire's bundle. I give you a test and you find out which one is your dominant communication style. And so you can hone on that skill or you can work on others at the same time. I'm so excited about it.
I love tests. If you tell me there's a test, it's like, you're going to point me to something about me. It's my favorite. I love those. Again, package B, y'all, is everything for $227. And again, it includes that Claire's bundle. And I love your energy around it, Kourtney. So that says a lot. Y'all take advantage of this special offer. The link, the reading, I got to get a reading with you, Kourtney. I'm going to play with that. The reading with Kourtney, all those MP3s, click on the special offer link. It's in the chat box or go to beyondtheordinaryshow.com/Kourtney26. And remember, it's Kourtney with a K. This is so exciting, Kourtney. Thank you so much for your generosity in this. It's amazing. And as we continue now, if we will, let's continue with more live callers. And Nala, I'm guided to call on you. Welcome to the call. I'm assuming it's Nala. If it's Nayla,
right.
Please correct me.
Yes, no, it's right.
Nala, all right, awesome.
Thank you.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
Hi, fine, and you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Hey, where are you and how old are you?
I am in Mexico and I'm 40.
Okay. And what would you like to ask your angels?
I think it's just like John was saying, like about, well, both of you were saying about next steps, because I've been on my job like for 9 years, but it's not something that I actually chose because I was passionate about it, but because I was like, I need to food, so. And
Okay.
then I don't know where to move to also, because yeah.
Okay. So Nala, what is your job title right now? Do you mind sharing that with me?
No, it's okay. I'm the head of the translations department.
Now, is this at a university or a school?
No, it's a market research company.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So as soon as I go into this, yeah, you're just kind of going through the motions. You've definitely paid your dues, right? No, when I go into this, you really want to make like a huge leaps, big changes, but there is something really, really holding you back. And I feel like there's a loyalty that you have to something there where you are. I don't feel like it's your work though. I feel like it's family. Is that what this is?
I don't think so, because my family is somewhere else.
Okay.
Like in another state.
What would you say is keeping you from taking off and moving?
Finding another job or I don't know, something to do somewhere else, like specifically. Clarity, maybe.
Okay. They're not showing me what it is. And I can't tell if it means, oh, you still have, 6 months on your lease or something like that. So know that they are showing that there is something that is holding you back from leaving where you are right now geographically. When I go into work, something that would really make your heart expand and just bloom. You love caring and helping, not just for others, but they're showing that you even have like a heart affection, a heart warmth, a heart love. I guess that's love, right? Toward animals, especially animals that are wild or dropped off and deserted. Is that accurate?
I usually take care of like other people's pets when they leave and stuff. And yeah, like animals are important. Yes.
If you really wanted to channel your skills and your ability, know that you could do animal communication. Okay. You already do it a little bit, and you think everybody has the same ability you do, and they don't. Okay. But you have the ability to communicate with the animals. That is something that if you worked with animals, whether it was at an animal shelter or a doggy daycare type thing, that is something that you enjoy so much that you say, I can't believe I'm getting paid to play with the animals all day. It's just something that you feel like you've never worked a day in your life because all you're doing is having fun. So as far as changing careers and going into that, that's where your heart is really going to bloom, thrive, and expand.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Nala, for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to a question in the chat box. This is from Heidi. Heidi is 57, from Los Angeles. Career and job. Will I get a second career run working in animation again after being away from it for the last 3 years? Or am I supposed to go in another direction? And like what?
So Heidi, when I go into you with animation, I feel like you've really kind of all your soul contracts and everything are done there, if that makes sense. Could you go back? Yes. But it doesn't feel like you're going back because there's more growth and there's more stuff you want to learn and do. It feels like you're going back because it's kind of your safety net. Okay. But when I go into what would Heidi, if Heidi were to move forward, there's something with sound that keeps coming through. It really makes me feel like whether it's voiceover work, if that's something you've considered, that's something that, gosh, I hate not being able to talk back to her. But there's something with that. And you also, okay, you've got to be able to express yourself. So whether it's voiceover work and express, but you has got to be able to get I love working with coloring, composing, and animation. Your creativity, it's, the voice, the throat chakra right there, the light blue, that's the creativity. Archangel Gabriel, that's all about creating your artistic ability, speaking your truth, all of those things. Know that gosh, it wouldn't surprise me if you've got laryngitis or a sore throat all the time. But Heidi, until you really flex that creative muscle, you're going to be just the little mouse on the wheel. You won't be fulfilled. You'll just be spinning your wheels. So anything where you're doing the creativity. I also see there's some kids around you. So I can't tell if you're giving art lessons to them or not, but you're talking, and maybe it's that you're reading them stories and doing little voices and stuff. But that is something that you're really, really enjoying. And I can tell your whole energy just lights up whenever they show you doing that.
Wonderful. There you go, Heidi. Thanks for writing in. All right, let's go to a live caller now then. How about we go to Yvette? Welcome to the call.
Hi, John. Hi, Kourtney.
Hello, how are you?
Doing well. Oh my goodness. I was like, yelling out into the ethers. I got bumped off 4 times.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in Colorado. I'm 62
Where?
in Colorado.
I don't know where that is. It's beautiful. I mean, you could just talk. I don't even care what you say. I love it. You know.
It's surrounding like Utah and that region of the country.
Okay.
And so been with the company for about 6 years, and they've made some changes. And I don't know if it's just driven with the pandemic and the ugliness that's out there. It just seems to have been magnified this past year, both internally and externally with customers and management and peers. And that I'm at the point of, should I just leave and collect Social Security? And even though that's going to be a big financial hit, or are things going to shift or something better coming?
Yvette, the biggest thing they're telling me is you don't want to leave with your tail between your legs. You don't want to feel like you're, oh, well, I guess it's time, for me to go. You really want to leave when you are at your highest, kind of like leave your vacation when you're having the best time, so you have the best memories. Don't leave because you feel like you got squeezed out. Leave because you're going to something better. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, you have a creative flair as well. So that it doesn't mean you have to go from a full-time job to, collecting Social Security. But they're talking about you doing something fun that you enjoy. There is like a scent, an aroma that comes through with this. And I can't tell if this is herbs and possibly cooking, or if this is flowers and floral arrangements. What is it that you enjoy?
I mean, I use spray essence that I spray, but it's purchasing from other herbalists that create the essence. So never, train other than buying things of that nature just to clear my aura and keep me at a high vibratory state. Not of interest of creating or going to school for that.
Okay. Don't go back to school. You're not having to do anything like that. This is about you doing something that you enjoy, that's fun, but that you, again, you're getting paid to do something you enjoy. So if there is an herbalist or an herbal shop that you like, go there and work part-time just for fun. Just to shoot, you can get a discount on all this stuff, but you can be around what you love. Or if it's the flowers, go work for a florist part-time. The big thing is they don't want you to just feel like, okay, I'm having to just, tail tuck between my legs and, let me just go on out of here. Not like that. They want you to progress, okay? Increase your joy. I'm not seeing things change where you are right now, though. I'm not seeing the energy shift.
Yeah, moving out of Colorado, a possibility.
If you move out of Colorado, it looks like you've got an energy line to the south. Is that Florida? Is there family in Florida or somewhere down here?
Yeah, I have family in Jacksonville,
Okay.
and I moved there a couple of years ago in '03, and it just seemed like that year was like 18 hurricanes. I'm like, what do they call this, the Sunshine State? Because that's the oxymoron. And then of course it's the Bible Belt, so there was so much judgment that I was like, no, I came back to Colorado.
Oh, hello, yes, I'm in Houston. I know exactly what you're talking about. So that energy line there to Florida, that's why that is there. That's the only place that I see there's a direct line or a pull to. So as the energy sits right now, it looks like you'll be staying in Colorado.
All right, Yvette, thank you so much for calling in. And if you want to go deeper with Kourtney, the special offers that are in the package and these other tools. I love with your energy and the questioning that you have, like the meditations, those MP3s, to go to sleep with them, to really put your energy at a place of just tranquility.
Mm-hmm.
And even that, how that affects just what happens in the waking life and your relationships at work and how you feel about yourself with yourself. It's huge. And sometimes we think it's their environment, but as we adjust and we acclimate to the energy that we're capable of, that light that we're able to open up within ourselves, it's like the situations don't carry the weight that they used to. We see it with such more levity and won't feel so pulled down by them anymore. And that's what's happening during this awakening. And again, this truth that's coming up so just profoundly, because we have to awaken to the truth within us. And once we do that, the liberation, the freedom that takes place, and the tranquility that sets in, because the storm was in being able to see clearly. And so it's wonderful. I'd recommend the package free and a private reading for everybody on the call.
John, the bring forth the light and love meditation is the catalyst to all that. It's really an amazing meditation. I would love to take credit for it. It was really just given to me, downloaded. It's been my top two, number one or number two, most requested meditation from my soul family group. That when I did it for them, it was so profound and such amazing results. I mean, like instantaneously. So really, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Again, we're being assisted in so many different ways, and angels like Kourtney show up. Or someone at the grocery store will say something. It's like, oh, Jacksonville. It's like, okay, someone just talked about Jacksonville and the call I was on yesterday. And like all these synchronicities, again, the angels are assisting us and nudging us. So you all pay attention. Really, I mean, really listen. It's fascinating how fast and how obvious it's becoming. Where before it's like, oh, kind of maybe I saw a sign, and I know it's like right in your face. Here it is. Thank you very much on a silver platter. Pay attention. It's occurring. Yvette, thank you for coming on.
No, thank you, John, and thank you, Kourtney. And so first time on a Zoom call and being picked. So thank you both.
So great to have you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to our next caller. How about Pamela Gardner? Pamela, welcome.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
I am good, thank you. And I'm calling in from Del Mar, California, and I'm 54.
Okay, Pamela. I have to tell you, in third grade, my name Kourtney, I thought was too long to write on my paper, so I changed my name to Pam. So I think you have the greatest name ever.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Thanks for sharing.
What do you want to ask your angels?
You know what? So what I want to ask my angels about the empowerment work that I'm doing for women in STEM, related to my core business, I have a lot of confidence. I don't really have a lot of anxiety, but a lot of anxiety comes up when I'm bringing that work into the world, even though what I'm doing is really helping people. So I'd love to hear what the angels have to say about that.
So you are highly empathic, clairsentient. Pamela, would it make sense if I said you're the person who can walk into a room and you know if somebody's mad at somebody else?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are what we call an empath. You are sensitive or clairsentient, clear feeling, that gut instinct, okay? When you're bringing it up, before you even start speaking, especially if you have a live group that you're mentoring to, you start feeling and receiving all of their anxiety, insecurities, and doubts, and you're feeling it. You're picking up on that energy. It's kind of like driving down the road and you're happy, but 3 lanes over, somebody has road rage. Well, that's energy, right? And it comes over and just attaches to you because here you are, wide open. I'm an empath, come to me, right? And so it's going to be really important for you that you shield yourself. And you can call on your angels and ask them to do this. Imagine putting you in a little bubble, a cocoon, an egg. Now, the good news is, even with you being as intuitive and as psychic as you are, it's not going to prohibit that. You'll still pick up on everything, but it's not going to stick to you. And it's not going to have you start feeling like, oh crap, where's this coming from? You'll still be in touch with your own emotions. You'll sense everybody else's. But it won't take over. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does. And you know what? When I'm teaching, other than it feels like it takes a lot of energy. I do the classes, I have the transformation. It's all about that sales process and recruiting people that I really have a lot of issues around. So what's the angel saying, advice on how to work through that fear?
Change the energy. go to the outcome. The outcome you want is to help people. That's the whole reason you got into it, not really make the numbers. So go toward the end result of helping them, how it's going to help them. And when you, because you're so good, when it clicks, you see it in all the people and you know, oh yeah, she and I are going to work together and it's going to be awesome. And she's going to be just woo. And you know that and you sense it. So be alert to that and let the numbers work themselves out. The more you put the energy into it, the more you're going to get in return anyway. The money will always be there, but put that attention, that focus really on the outcome you want, which is helping them.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Awesome.
welcome.
Thank you, Pamela, for calling in.
You're welcome. Thank you, John.
You're
And
very
Kourtney.
welcome.
You're welcome.
Kourtney, I have a couple of people writing in that they didn't get a color during the meditations in the process.
That happens. And whatever you get is fine. Now, if you're like I am, and you get a little like freaked out going, well, what's wrong with me? Try it again later on when you're relaxed and going to bed, or even ask for them to happen, in your sleep, because let's face it, I kind of put you on the spot and said, okay, here you go, bam, do it. And that can be a little, anxiety causing. So do it whenever you go to sleep. Ask your angels to give you a color. It may be something that you are looking at a candle and you can't take your eyes off of it. And you go, red, I keep seeing red. And you go, oh, duh, that's what it is, right? So just be aware of if you're zoning out and you see something, or if you look over and a wall has a certain hue to it, or you notice on the Zoom call, everything kind of goes a certain shade, know that that's also it. And of course, listen to the replay so that you know exactly what those colors mean. But it's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. When you go to sleep, make sure you don't have too many crystals or quartz near your head or around your bed or anything, because that can amplify that energy. And it can also make it a little difficult for you to sleep. Okay.
Wonderful. Great advice. All right. I have to take this from Melissa. So Melissa writes, my husband passed away 18 months ago, and I feel like we have a much sweeter, loving relationship now. I can feel his presence and help most days. And I get a twinge of guilt that our relationship is better now. This is Melissa in Houston.
Aw,
Yeah.
honey. Okay, so so you've heard that there's like a life review whenever you're crossing over, or a near-death experience, right? If that life review comes in and you've been a yo-yo head to somebody, you're going to know it. And hopefully when you ascend and you are with God, source, creator, spirit, and all those heavenly beings, and they take you through the little schools and they say, here's how you can improve and be better. You want to be better, and you want that, and you want that love and everything to continue. So I love that you can still sense him and feel him and know it's him. And guilt, no, heck no. Guilt and shame are the lowest vibrations. Don't even go in there, okay? No, enjoy it. Be thankful for it. You're so blessed that he's grown, if you will.
Right. And being a guide.
Yeah.
Without the judgment, it's got such a facilitation, and her capacity to tune in is remarkable. So, so beautiful. I love that you asked that, Melissa. Thank you. All right, let's go to our next caller. God, we're going through so many calls today. I love this. Carla Bristow, let's go to you. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. So I've been floundering myself around this whole job thing. I'm in Yellow Springs, Ohio. I was brought here by a friend to help assist with her husband who finally transitioned. And so I'm sort of in this holding pattern. And I took Anna Maria's animal communication last year, so I'm certified, but I can't quite seem to get it going.
Okay.
And I'm 65.
65. Okay. You are a natural entrepreneur. You are a natural helper. You are a natural almost caretaker. But I got to tell you, there is, I don't want to say confusion, but let's say the energy here around your head they're showing me is, let's say it's kind of like it's a gray cloud.
I
There's,
feel it strongly, Kourtney, when you say it. There's so much spinning. There's so much activity up here. I'm like, ooh, I can't land. It's like a spinning top. It's so interesting.
yeah.
Well, you ought to try it over here.
I'm
I'm telling you, there's no clarity.
Okay.
Thank you both.
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay, so Carla, putting your angels to work and saying, okay, so angels, what does she need to do? What needs to happen? It's almost like they want you to do, what is it? The Benjamin Franklin method, the pros and cons of each. I don't feel like you have to get that detailed. I don't feel like it has to be that logical, that analytical. I almost feel like you are throwing a dart or spinning a wheel and saying, boom, this is what I land on today. This is what I love. You are a natural leader, and that entrepreneurial spirit in you is always bubbling up everywhere. One of the biggest things they're saying is to get clarity, we've got to get rid of some of the clutter. Now, wait a minute. When I looked in there, I didn't see clutter around you. Would you say that you feel like you've got some clutter or some things holding energy around you?
Having too many things has always been something I've kept check on, and anything I acquire, it's like if it's heavy, I can't have it.
Okay.
And I'm having to collect clothes because it's getting cold here, so that's probably wearing on me.
Okay.
I'm a California girl.
Okay. And you are ocean, water, yeah, okay.
Mountains, trees. I mean, I lived in very diverse areas, yes.
So one, ask them to open your crown chakra a little bit more so that the energy flow coming in doesn't get bottleneck there, but also ask them to slow down that energy so that it comes in and you can filter it in and assimilate it and be able to use it a lot easier. They're giving you some signs and everything on this, but because they've got so much coming in at the same time, it's like, well, was that a yes or a no? You know what I mean? And being able to sort it out, it's not happening. Carla, you're also one who has to have water, especially salt water, to clear your aura. You take on a lot, just like the other person who we were talking about, Pamela. You are like a magnet and very much clairsentient and empath. So all that energy is gonna stay on you. Clear, shield, imagine taking a shower, cleaning your physical body, but also ask the angels to use that water as your tangible anchor to clear your etheric body as well, and let go of what's not serving you, what doesn't belong to you, everything like that. Because do you ever find yourself like, oh, I gotta hurry, I've gotta go, and it's like, why am I rushing?
Or where am I going even?
Yeah, it's not all yours. Yeah. So ask to release what doesn't belong to you, what's no longer serving you. And while you're doing that, even if you want to throw out there and say, hey, angels, bring back any, I know this sounds so woo-woo, but they say all about this, but bring back any soul fragments that are out there that you've left places. Bring those back, because that whole line of energy has different energy on it, and that's part of this up here. Does that sound too woo-woo?
No, I'm extremely woo-woo. No,
They said you are.
I don't look like it, but I am.
Well, and a simple calling out for that, and I'll give you a simple command. It's for everybody on the call, is I command all pieces of myself home to me now.
Oh, thank you.
Period. And it's a command. It's not a request. It's not, oh, it's time for you to come. It's you really have to, in your authority, command all aspects of yourself home to you now. Carla, do you have a cat?
I don't have a cat.
No pets?
No, I mean, I've been trying to get my animal communication business going.
Yeah.
But
she probably has 10 cats outside her house, 10 feral cats all lined up, right? Right?
Yeah, I just see you like inviting like a familiar to sit down with you in meditation, and again, not just the petting to like receive, but like inviting like a familiar into a meditation just for grounding and for clearing. And maybe
Okay.
that's etheric, maybe if that's a pet that you had that transition when you were younger, I don't know, but I just feel that really strongly somehow for you. And it'll help your mind just like clear that energy that's like, and releasing it into a
So
larger
cat energy invited in.
or whatever pet. It could be a cat, it could be a dog, just whatever is good for you. But I just,
Yeah.
your whole conversation, Kourtney, Carla, you feel like you're not spinning as fast as you were spinning before.
No, I got emotional at one point. A few things that she brought up, both of you did. So thank you.
Yeah. So wonderful. Thank you for calling in, Carla.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. My God, Kourtney, it's so cool. I love the way you tune in. It's just, but Carla, that was strong. It's like, ooh, hold on a second. Is this me? Is this Carla? Oh, no, it's Carla. Wow. And the importance of clearing the energy off of us every day. Talk a little bit more about that, Kourtney, because again, we come in, we get readings, we get information, and we take showers every day to wipe off the dirt, but we don't do the energetic clearing every day.
It was such a big deal. It feels like a whole other lifetime ago. Back in early 2000, I thought I was going crazy. I was hearing voices. My emotions were all over the place, the highest of highs, lowest of lows. I could go from super happy to really ticked off really fast. And there was no reason for it. And I was working at the motorcycle shop, my parents' business. And like y'all, I'm an empath. So let's say Mr. Customer comes in, he's all excited. He's going to get his motorcycle, right? He's happy. That energy came to me. I felt it. I was happy. Here comes wife, girlfriend, mom, storing behind him going, over my dead body, are you getting that 200-mile-an-hour motorcycle, right? That comes to me too. I feel that. I'm very, very angry. And it was hell on earth. It wasn't until I learned, this isn't mine, not my circus, not my monkeys, right? Let me get rid of this, and realized that I was picking up on other people's energies, and came up with the meditation. Okay, stand under the shower. As the water comes over my head, I'm going to let it clean my body, but I'm also going to ask Archangel Michael to use this water to clear my aura, my energy, my personal space, right? My etheric body, clear it of anything that doesn't belong to me, doesn't serve me, doesn't benefit me. Also, any thoughts, feelings, emotions, memories, let it go. And so I would use that as like a tangible anchor to watch it just wash down the drain. Once I felt like that was done, maybe 2 seconds, some days, maybe 30 seconds or a minute another day, then I'd say, okay, now with the water coming over me still in the shower, shield me and let this water coming over me be that protective bubble, that cocoon, that egg. And again, I could still pick up on other people's emotions and intuitively, instinctively feel things, sense things, know things, but it didn't stick. And it wouldn't change my personality or my behavior. And it's so important now because of my daughters. Oh my gosh, 4 and 8 years old, we haven't even hit hormones. They're acting like teenagers with these attitudes. So I am very definitely reminded to clear and shield them as well.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. And as you do, again, as you're doing it for yourself, you're doing it for your loved ones and the people that you surround yourself with, and they benefit from that. If not, they suffer from it as well. So there's repercussions. And again, the consciousness that's awakening now that we're stepping into, that's being amplified, is also reminding us that we're beyond this very youthful type of soul energy or ascended energy and being human, and that there's a level of maturity that we're being called to step into. And with that maturity comes the awareness of the impact that how we are, how we carry our energy, how we project it, what we're holding, what we haven't cleaned off, that we kind of know we should clean off, but we don't because we haven't made it the habit that's good for us, like brushing our teeth and taking a shower and going to the dentist and things like that. But if we don't, we know that we're inviting other people to swim in those dirty pools with us, or not as clean pools as they could be, if you will.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's important. These conversations are happening to remind us, and it's putting you as a priority, but as you put yourself as a priority, it helps and becomes a beacon for everybody else that you impact. And so it's beautiful. Y'all, the special offer with Kourtney, the link again is in the chat box. 2 packages. The first package with the 30-minute private session. Sign up for that and get on the calendar. The Michael introduction and night introduction, the Raphael introduction meditation, the Bringing Forth the Light and Love MP3, the Guide to Your Angels PDF, and the 1-month membership in Kourtney's Soul Group. All that for $147. 2 payment option if you prefer to have it in 2 payments. And then all that plus the Claire's bundle, learning your dominant communication style, again with this series of 10 audios and videos, and Kourtney guiding you through all the Claire's and reaching and communicating with your angels. And that one has a bonus also of the angel journal with the prompts and the test and everything that goes. Oh, the test is in the communication style in the Claire's bundle. But all this added to it is $227.
And John, they're short little videos. I mean, I get tired of listening to myself. So it's not like these huge, long 5-hour videos for each thing. It's, just a few minutes and good to go.
That's awesome. That's how I like receiving my information also. So that's wonderful. Kourtney, we're a little over, but do you mind if I take one more caller and just say that?
Let's do it.
Yvonne, let's go to you. You've been on the screen so loudly for me. Welcome to the call.
Thank you. Thank you
are.
so much. It's so great being here with you too. I have a question, and I work with virtual people, and I'm wondering if it is in my best interest to continue working personally and professionally with Theo.
Spell that name for me.
Theo.
And Yvonne, tell me how old you are.
I'm 67 and I live in Danville, California.
Would you say Theo is one of your supervisors?
No, she is a practitioner that I work with.
Okay. Yvonne, you've been really, really good about clearing the energy, almost saging and smudging and things like that. But would it make sense if I said you still keep stepping into what I call bad juju?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Yes, it is perfectly fine for you to say, not going to do this anymore. If I need to come on another day, if I need to redo my schedule, whatever it is, you're psychic. I mean, that's why you're doing this type of work. But
right,
you have to honor yourself and respect that. Because what happens is we start to conform. And even though we go, oh no, we're never going to be like that, right? When we don't put those boundaries up and say, I'm not going to stand for this anymore, we start conforming and it almost becomes acceptable. Not saying that that's the way you are, but that's what happens to a person.
Okay.
And so you're getting really, really strong vibes, really, really easily and quickly and strong. So honor that, definitely.
Yes.
And keep lighting your candles and lighting your incense and everything. It does help, but yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I'm totally signing up for a session with you.
Oh, wonderful. I can't wait to dive in deeper.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for coming on, Yvonne. I knew I had to call on you. So Kourtney, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Kourtney, what excites you about it? You've been doing readings for a while now. It's like, and you do a lot of readings. It's like, what keeps you so invigorated with these?
Oh my gosh, every day it's something new. Every person it's something new. And
oh my God, amazing.
You know, I just had, so, okay, my soul family, I love them. And if you join the soul family group, like getting this promotion, you have to deal with me like this for an entire month. But I love it because I like, and Kate's part of my soul family group, so she knows this, and so is Julissa. But it's like a couple years ago, there was this group of beings that like descended into my office, like this board, like a boardroom, right? You know, like this huge board. And I was like, hey, who are these people? And I was like, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. Oh, wait, I think I recognize you. And it was so cool because I was then introduced to more beings and ascended masters and ETs, some different ETs than I had met before. And that has been so totally cool. And different clients will take me, you know, some of them I tune into right here. Some of them, you know, I go just to way up high in different areas and stuff. So that's the coolest thing, is being able to just go into that energy and being able to see things. Because with each person, it's different. And what's so crazy is, so I don't remember my readings from one person to the next because, you know, they're not my thoughts. So it's so funny because, you know, Kate says, Kourtney knows a little bit about my situation, and I'm going, I should know this, you know. And Julissa says, we're gonna pick up kind of where we left off, you know, the other day from the reading, and I'm going, yeah, I have no clue. You know, so I love it. It's like, you know, amnesia, psychic amnesia all over again every day. It's just, it's fun. And to see who I get to work with and the messages. Oh my gosh. Okay. So sorry, y'all have to deal with this. So today I was doing this reading on this woman, and she said, okay, so Kourtney, my mom passed, you know, a few days before my granddaughter was born. And yes, I'm a medium. It's not, you know, it's not what I really lead with, right? But, and I said, oh, okay. And so I'm looking up and I'm talking to the grandmother, and the grandmother said, Anne Marie. And I said, Anne Marie. And the woman said, what did you say? And I said, your mom's telling me Anne Marie. And she said, Emery. My granddaughter's name is Emery. And I said, oh. And I said, and Rose, what's the Rose? And she said, did you just say Rose? And I said, she's showing me or telling me Anne Marie and Rose. And she said, my granddaughter's name is Emery Rose.
Wow. I love that.
So cool.
I remember also you gave my daughter a reading a few years ago. She was in transition from college. She was about to finish up. There's different things that were happening. You said, no, it's like London's coming up for you, and you're not going to be together with the current guy. There's a guy from London. Well, she did go on her trip to London, and she didn't meet the guy from London in London, but she's with a guy from London that's not the past guy. It's a new guy from London. Who was the next guy?
Holy cow.
Yeah,
isn't that wild?
Yeah, I love that. And you totally called him. He's like, she told me this and this other thing. It's like, how did she know I was going to London? And interesting. I'm going to meet someone there. It's not that she met someone there, but her next relationship, the next one that she's really open to in that type of capacity, happens to be from London. So it's so amazing.
That's so cool.
So we don't always think it's, we don't always, it doesn't show up necessarily always in the way that we think it's going to show up, but then it's like, oh, but there it is. And it's amazing. It's so fascinating. So cool, y'all. Again, the special offers there, go deeper with Kourtney in anything that she does. We're so blessed to have the special offer, the discounted rates, everything here on BTO. The link's in the chat box. And again, it's amazing to be with you, Kourtney. I look forward to hopefully seeing you in person. I'll write to you about that.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Everybody have a good night. It's great to be here with you this week. Happy holidays. I guess we can start saying that now. Happy 11/11 coming up. We'll start there. And until the next time, I am bowing down to each and every one of you in namaste. Good night.
Good night, y'all. Mwah. Thank you so much.